So I just visited the Scott's greenhouse and talked with Chris Cervani about all sorts of tips to make my at-home gardening a little bit more successful. We've incorporated all of those tips today. I'm about ready to get started planting. And the thing I most took away from it is little tiny seeds need little tiny places to grow. They've got very sensitive root structures and need access to water. So we've got all sorts of different options here for growing little seeds. We have a little tiny pot made out of newspaper, super cute. We've got the standard recommended plastic tray, also very exciting. And my favorite, you see, little tiny eggshells. So these are a more sustainable option. You can actually write directly on them. Stan seems to be a fan as well, so I think I'm going to actually start with these ones today. One of the other things that I learned from Chris is the growing media that you put the plants in is really, really important. There's a couple kinds out there. You'll find potting mix and you'll also find seed starting mix. Today we're using seed starting mix, sometimes referred to as a soilless mix. It's ground a lot finer than the normal potting mixes, so that the seeds have a very happy little home in here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put the soil into our cute little eggshells. I'm just using a normal spoon today. It's a delicate process. Spooning out my soil. Got this guy, there's a little hole in the bottom. I don't know if you can see me through it. Oop, there I am. That allows for some drainage. It's seed planting time. And everything you need to know about where to plant your seeds, when to plant them, how deep to plant them, all in the back of the packet. But this tells me that it's a 1/4 of an inch deep, so that's what we're going to do. It's pretty exciting, I know. So like all living things, our new little seeds need a little bit of water. You want to make sure and give them a gentle soaking. Careful to not dislodge any of the seeds. All right, we've got a few planted of each variety. We've got tomatoes, basil, and some lettuce. One of the things I did this year is a little different. I didn't use the entire packet. I always felt like I had to use every single seed or else I was wasting things, but no, I am sharing this year. So now that these are all planted, ready to go, they need to be put in a warm place when they get plenty of sunlight. So we've got a grow light set up here. There I have the perfect little nursery to go home to. So now's the time. Home from the hospital. Woo. All right, we've got all of our seedlings here in their drip trays. They are labeled just so I don't forget what's what when they start growing, a very important step. So next we're gonna make sure they have the appropriate light. So we're gonna lower this absolutely as close as we can get it. Because plants do have a tendency, they will grow towards a light source. So if you have these towards a window, as they grow, they're going to start leaning towards the window. The closer you put the light, the better it is for the plant. This also keeps them warm at this very important stage. Then as they get a little larger, you can just raise the light up, up, and up, and adjust as needed. Now all the work's been done. It's a waiting game to see when these guys pop up. Sometimes I like to actually make it a game and see who wins. Gets a little prize, I'll sing a song. But it should be probably 2-3 days, sometimes a week, depending on the species. But once they get big enough, we'll then transplant them to a bigger pot. So glad you're along for the journey. Come back and see us soon.